Hello everyone. Today we're going to go to Psalm 19. The psalmist begins with three powerful words. The heavens declare. We just have to be outside to consider the beginning of this psalm. The heavens declare. The heavens declaration is a constant thing. Day after day, verse 2 says, they pour forth speech. Night after night they display knowledge. It also goes on to say that the declaration is to everyone. The reality is everyone on the face of this earth has the opportunity to hear what the heavens are declaring. There are several things that the heavens declaration speak. One of them is there is a creator in all of this. You cannot look around at all that has been created and say it came from nothing. No, the heavens declare God is creator. Francis Collins, in his book The Language of God, a scientist, writes, "We have this very solid conclusion that the universe had an origin. 15 billion years ago, the universe began with an unimaginably bright flash of energy from an infinitesimally small place. That implies before that there was nothing. I can't imagine how nature, or in this case the universe, could create itself. And the very fact the universe had a beginning implies that someone was able to begin it. And it seems to me that it had to be something outside of nature or the universe. No, the Bible makes perfect rational sense when the declaration is God created. In the beginning, God." Psalm 19 makes it clear that God's creation has a creator. It is simply not logical to conclude anything else. In the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth. Perfectly logical, more logical than any scientific explanation in and by itself. The heavens also declare that declaration is constant. Declaration is to everyone on the face of the earth. Everyone has an opportunity to hear. Everyone has an opportunity to see and decide for themselves whether or not someone began all of this creating. The second thing creation declares is some of the attributes of God. You have only to look at creation and say, God is faithful. Creation illustrates his faithfulness every single day. We can look up on tables and find out when the sun is going to rise and when it's going to set. We can look up on tables and find when the tide is going to come in and when the tide is going to go out. God is faithful. Spring follows winter, summer follows spring, fall follows summer. We don't have to look that up in an almanac to decide what the next season is going to be, because God's declaration is he is faithful. His creation speaks that. Creation also speaks about the power of God. There is nothing he cannot do. One must only hear the clap of a thunder or hear the roar of Niagara Falls to know that his power surpasses anything we can imagine. No one can stand in the path of a tornado or a hurricane and conclude God is nothing or God has no power. Now the heavens declare not only God is faithful, but God is powerful. The heavens declare that God is infinite. He's incomprehensible. Just look at the stars at night and realize that everything we can see is only a small fraction of everything that there is. And when you get beyond everything there is, if we could ever, in our own mind or in our own telescopes in our own time, you end up with space beyond that. Incomprehensible, eternal space. This is what God is. This is who God is. And God is all wise. You look at a bumblebee, how can that little bug fly? Scientists can't figure it out. You look at the body of a newborn baby and marvel, how is it that this baby came to be? No, the heavens declare the glory of God. His creation speaks of his glory. God exists, he is creator, and God has specific attributes. He has certain character that creation describes. All of this is what theologians describe as general revelation. That means God's grace is displayed in all his works. One only comes to realize that there is a God from looking at general revelation. The other aspect theologians speak about is specific revelation, special revelation. And that's the revelation that this Creator God is personal. This personal God's name is Jesus. One does not become saved simply by believing that there is a God looking at creation. No, creation declares He exists and invites us to know Him personally. God has made that revelation clear when He sent Jesus to this earth to live and to walk and to die in our place. For now, let's consider the reality of God's general revelation, the heavens declaration, the credibility that there is a God, and the interest that we have in serving Him and in finding out who He is in Jesus Christ. The heavens declare the glory of God. Day after day, that glory speaks. So in those moments when you feel like God does not exist, or God is not there, or you feel that He never speaks, the psalmist encourages us to look at creation and in that moment realize there is a credibility to our faith and there is ultimately a revelation of Jesus to us because of it. May God bless you with His great word. Amen.